Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So in the previous session, we have seen what is page object model design framework, what are the different components of framework, how to read and write into the Excel file. So guys, you can go through my playlist on page object model design framework. So today we will be discussing about how to log. So to logging purpose in your framework, we use Log4j API. So to do that, so basically first of all you have to provide the dependencies for Log4j API. So you can do that in pom.xml file. If you are using maven project, then you can provide the dependency here, and you can basically download your dependencies from mavenrepository.com. so here you can find your dependencies. So basically you have to include in your pom.xml file, and automatically all the dependencies will be there in your project, so you can use directly. Now to configure your log4j properties file, so basically you have to make your log4j.properties file. So here basically you have to use this configuration. So first of all you have to define the root logger with file appender. So we have defined info, file and standard output. So now if you are using console, then you have to give std out. If you want to log in your file, then you have to give file. So there will, if you can see, there are two configuration. First is for printing in your log in your file. Second one is to print your logs in console. So if you see, we have to use the file appender for logging in your file, and console appender if you want to use in your console. So what I am doing is like I am using both. I am using the file appender and I am using console appender because I have to use this in my file as well as I want to print this in my console. So for appending in your file, so you have to give one name. So I am giving like automation.out. So basically this will be when you execute your test cases, so this will be automatically generated in your basically your new framework. Then for console appender, so you can use system.out. Now the other thing is like in your file you have to always append. So you have to give this property log4j.appender.file.append as true. The next thing, this is a very common thing in both of the in your both console and in your automation, that you have to use basically a pattern layout. So for logging purpose, this we are using this because we want to log in this format. So if you want to use like YYYMMDD, so it will give you the current year, month, date, time, and so it will log like this. So now our log4j property file is ready. Now we want to configure in all your class files. So basically to use that, what you have to do is, so you have to create another class. I have created a logging class. So what I am doing is I am making the root as false, and we are using a method getLogger. So guys, if basically root, so in the initialization it is false, so it will not go, because always like we have to configure to use that. Also in our method basically we have passed the argument as class. So whatever class we are working based on that the logging will happen. For example, I am using login test or any other like checkout page or login page. So according to that like logging info will be created. So now the next thing, we are using property configure. So property configurator.configure. So basically we have to use this to check like where our log4j property file is there. So basically what we have to do is like we have to give the complete path. So for example, my log4j property is present somewhere here in my application. So if I do right click here, so I can see this is the complete path till here. So this complete path we have to give, basically we have to give in our resource property configurator file. So we have to reach till here, and a resource generic path dot get resource path. So I have made some generic path. So what it will do is basically system dot get property user dot directory. So it will give your basically current directory of your project. So it will reach till, let me show you, it will reach till here. C user Eclipse workspace my POM project. So it has to reach till here. So this you will get in your base path. So after that you can append whatever path you want. For example, I want for log4j property, so just I have to specify after that. For example, till here system dot get property user dot directory, till here I got the path. So after that I have to just append this path to use my log4j file. So this is the work which is being done in this line. So once it is done, then basically we have to make the root true, because we got the file location where our log4j property file is used, because we have to use these all properties for our logging purpose. So now next it will do is it will return the logger. So this is the logger which we have to use. So it was also written all the properties, so it will return through the logger with the class as a parameter. Now let's test if it is working fine or not, guys. So what I have done is, like, we have made basically the logging dot get logger. We have used this method, and we are just passing the class name logging here, and it will return the return type as logger. So now we have to use basically to log, we have to use log.info method. So when I run this, let's check what we are getting. So if you see, guys, we can see that we are getting year, month, date, time, and info is there, and what is like info I'm getting, like logging is configured. So that means it is working fine. So now we have seen that in the console it is showing me the output. Now let's check what I am getting in my file. So let me refresh and check. Okay, now let me open this file. So if you can see here also, like, we are getting the same information, like logging is configured. So that means we are also getting this information, piece of information in our file automation.out file also. So that's all, guys, for this session. So then we will meet in the next session. So if you like my video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. So thank you for watching.